Welcome to our talk show one more time, Family Life Talk Show. We are always talking about things that really matter in our families. And one of those things that we must talk about is how we are going to secure our families, how we are going to secure our marriages especially, how to make our marriages divorce-free. That is what we want to be talking this time round. We want to talk about how our marriages are going to be cemented so that they can become firm, how we can build them on solid ground. Yeah, last time we talked about divorce being something that God hates, according to the book of Malachi, chapter number 2, verses number 16. God hates divorce. God does not give license to divorce. See, once a man and a woman comes together as husband and as wife, the desire of heaven, the desire of God is to make that marriage last forever, as long as the both of you should live. That is the desire of heaven. That's the wish of God. That's the commandment of God, that marriage shall be long-lasting. It shall be an eternal covenant, a covenant that only ends at death. Therefore, my brother and my sister watching me on this talk show, we want to talk about how are we going to make this marriage last? How are we going to make it hold on for the length of time that God has commanded us that it may hold? And therefore, there are things, there are tips that are going to help us in order to get there. And one of it is to have the right attitude. That's one of the major tips that is going to help us in securing our marriages, having our marriage become divorce-free. We need to have the right attitude. What you need to do in having the right attitude, number one, you need to lock the door and throw away the key to failure. Failure is not an option. Failure is not an option. Lock the door to failure and throw away the key. Number two, when there is a disagreement between the both of you, remember, it is not about who wins. You see, it is not about who wins. And often in any marriage, there is going to be a disagreement one way or another. You are not going to agree on everything every day. You are going to differ. You are going to disagree on certain opinions, on certain issues. You know, you want to go home, you want to go to Nairobi, and you know your husband thinks that should not work out. You may disagree. You want to start to maybe have a degree program, start a degree program, and your wife thinks that you shouldn't do that yet because of the children who are going to school. You could be having good reasons why you are not agreeing to your partner. Therefore, you can disagree. Yes, you can have disagreements, but your disagreement should never lead you to quarreling. Disagreements should not lead to quarreling. Number three, no matter what comes your way, have the firm and shaking resolve, we will work this out. No matter what happens, have that unshaking resolve that we are going to work this thing out. That is having the right attitude. Having the right attitude. An attitude that says it is going to happen. It is going to work out. We will not fail. We will get there. That is having the right attitude, my brother and my sister. So, marriage, in order to secure our marriages, we need to have a firm and shaking resolve that we are going to work this out, no matter what comes our way. There are things, many things happen in marriages, man. Many things happen, many things would happen that will threaten your marriage, that will make your marriage look like a mileage, that it's not going to work out, but just have that resolve within your heart that it's going to work out. Number 4, be vulnerable with each other. Share your hidden fears and concerns. Be vulnerable with your partner. Be vulnerable with your husband. Be vulnerable with your wife. Be able to open up. Share your fears. Share your concerns. He is your best friend after all. He is the person you can be able to open up to and tell him about it and tell her about it. Be vulnerable. Open up. Number 5, make your spouse feel secure in the relationship. Some of us make our spouses feel very insecure in the relationship. For example, a phone call comes and you take off to the toilet, to the bathroom, to go and listen to whoever is calling you. That will make your marriage insecure. Your husband will be insecure. Your wife will be insecure if you decide to take off, having those very difficult passwords, in your phone. Your wife can't get it. Your husband can't understand it. Sometimes you find the power has gone off and, your husband needs to make a call or your wife needs to make a call to a very important call and his phone has gone off. He wants to use yours. She wants to use yours, but she cannot use it. You can't allow it. That one brings a lot of insecurity in that relationship. Number 6, be constantly learning about your spouse and how to make him or to make her happier. Learn about your partner. Learn about your spouse. Be willing to know more about who he is or who she is. We are different. Yeah, somebody has said that men are born from Mars and women are born from Venus. That means that we are all born from different worlds. Yeah? Our perspectives, the way we see things, the way we were brought up, our different upbringing, our backgrounds, our ethnic backgrounds and culture could affect the way we think, the way we look at things. Therefore, know more about your spouse's upbringing, about your spouse's background, so that you will be able to understand them better, to know why they do what they do and why they want to do them in that way. So you need to be able to learn more about your spouse in order to make them happy. What are those tickling areas which you can touch to make them happier? What are those areas which you can be able to tell them about that makes them feel good about themselves? You need to find ways in which to improve your relationship, in which to make your spouse, to make your partner feel better about who they are. Every human being all over the world would like to be encouraged, would like to be motivated, would like to be helped to improve their self-esteem. And the best person to do it is you, the spouse of that person. You are the best person to do it. You are the best placed person to make sure that your spouse feels good about themselves and that they are happier than you can ever imagine. Therefore, my friend, I want to submit to you today, even as we move to the next episode, where we'll be talking about how to do the right thing in order to continue to cement the relationship in a marriage, to make our marriages divorce-free. As we transit to that next phase, next episode, I just want to help you understand that it is time you learn to have the right attitude. It is all in the mind. Somebody has said it's all in the mind. It's all the way you look at it, and it's all the way you approach it in order to make it work out. Have the right attitude in order to cement your relationship and make it divorce-free. Thank you.